So what are you showing here?
Today we're showing, as you can see, our new project that's about to open in Beijing, the new Beijing Daxing International Airport. It's a new greenfield second airport for the city of Beijing in China, and it will open officially middle of this year with services starting in September.
And what made you want to come and exhibit here?
Well, there's a bit of a history there that I explained to Tony Robinson, the founder, which is that I first went to Passenger Terminal World Expo in Paris in 2015, not really knowing what it was. We were just getting started. And I saw what an amazing event it was. And so the next year, I submitted and gave a lecture on the design of the new airport in Beijing. And as a result of that, we had members of the audience who came up to us from India saying, would you like to be involved in new projects in India? We said, of course, and out of that, we have a new project in India, which unfortunately we're not showcasing today because it's not launched yet, but we're doing a new airport in Mumbai, India as well. So that is very much from becoming part of this event, the Passenger Terminal World and the Expo. And this is now, I think the 5th or 6th year that I'm attending, and now we actually have our own stand.
So tell me a little bit more about the new project that you're launching. What's unique about it? What makes it special?
Well, as you know, the growth trend in the aviation market is enormous. It's in a crazy exponential curve. And so the Beijing new airport that's about to open was in result of the fact that there was maximum congestion in Beijing. The airport could grow no longer, and so they had to have a completely new greenfield airport with new flight paths, new connections, and so on. And the same is happening in Mumbai. And that project is very advanced in stages of design. We're actually already preparing the site. And it just goes to show that it's an incredibly busy market. It's a very fast-growing market. And in a certain sense, everything comes together in this passenger terminal world because you have people from designers and architects to engineers, contractors, people producing specialist systems from baggage to security. It's all here. So it's also almost like a trade guild. It's a special place to be working on airports. Everybody knows each other. It's like a big family. And you also learn from each other because there's a lot of collegial relationships. Everybody's showcasing ideas. It's a great place to learn as well.
So tell me about some specifics of the new Beijing airport.
So the Beijing new airport, the main Terminal 1, is very, very large. I don't know which will be larger, Istanbul or Beijing, but they're all kind of this is mega class of terminals that are happening now. And much like Istanbul, it is a walking terminal. So you do in the main terminal itself, which is shaped like a radiant star, you can just walk from gate to gate. It's large, but still compact enough that you don't need a train support system, which makes it very efficient. And also it's very high capacity because with a satellite it will handle in one terminal 72 million passengers. And it also has a particularly unique feature because most airports have a departure level and an arrivals level. As you know, in most airports, this one also has an intermediate level, which is for high frequency, self-processing domestic passengers. So you have a regular departure level with the check-in desk, where the check-in person will upgrade you and all that, and you then have, if you're lucky, and then you'll have a separate level where you either have your boarding pass on an iPhone or a mobile phone, you don't have any check-in baggage, or you do self-drop and you walk straight through. There's a very high number of security channels, and you walk straight through and then to your gate, and you do it all by yourself, because China, what they recognize is there's this emerging kind of entrepreneurial, high-frequency travel class commuting between Shanghai and Beijing and Guangzhou. And the other thing is that China per capita is now the country that has most iPhones per person, or mobile phones per person, smartphones. And so, nowadays in China you can use the phone for payment, for many, many different things, including travel. And so they've actually now built a level that specifically caters to that phenomenon.